this light. Trying to get a good spot. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Okay. Anyway, greetings, welcome. Thank you for stopping by here on YouTube Live. If you happen, I'm trying to get it out of this light. It seems like no matter which way I move it, it's just not. This glare is here. Anyway, maybe it's not important. All right, so greetings, welcome. Thank you for stopping by here on YouTube Live at Bloom from Within Love. If you're clicking on at a later time and date, just greetings, welcome, and thank you for watching. Okay, so this is a short share that I've been doing lately. I do a mixture of sharing different people's creations, their topics, their discussions. Disclaimers, I'm not in collaboration with any of these people. This is not being monetized. I do not know these individuals' particular lives. I don't necessarily share the same belief systems as all of these people. I simply just hear information, take information, and what's relevant and resonate, I share. And when we're operating from a good space in our heart and we apply it accordingly, then that's all that matters. Okay, that's a life skill we'll all learn to master over time. Is you can take relevant information, whether or not the person presenting it is reputable or not, if it's resonating, if it's relevant, okay? Because it's their deal if they're not legit or not, and that's their lot to deal with. It's our deal if we're coming from a good space in our heart and we take information and we apply it, okay? Just wanted to say that. Have to keep reiterating that because I've been getting a lot of responses on certain things. It's like, man, I don't know these people. And let that be a greater lesson for all of us. All of us are here on social medias doing a lot of different things. And that is the name of the game. Not one of us, unless we're deep, up close, and intimately personal with individuals, we don't know what the hell is really going on in people's lives. That's just the name of the game on this earth. All right, so now, bear with me here. All right, I'm gonna blind y'all for a second. Okay. So here we go. I'm gonna wait till that noise settle down there. I do apologize for that. I don't know why the central air and heat system here is so freaking loud. It's not like it's hell, I've lived in weeklies before, and so weeklies have like those little units inside. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So it's not even like that. This is like a full-fledged, legit central air and heat system. So I don't know why it's so freaking loud. It's like, damn, dude. Anyway, off topic. I digress. Okay, so let's get into Les Share. Okay.
It's basically about some guy in jail and some girl talking about, oh, her man's coming home from jail, whatever, right? And then all these pages in the comments, which I'm assuming are black men or whoever, are either bashing black women, saying, oh, only black women do this behavior, only black women want to be baby mamas, only black women glorify having a man in jail, and all sorts of stupid shit. I'm white, and I'm also sick and tired of seeing all this nonsensical, stereotypical backlash that black women get for doing the same things that every other race of women literally does. Like, black men like to gaslight black women and make them think somehow they're inferior to other races because they're doing things differently than other races of women when they actually aren't. Let me make one thing clear. Plenty of white women are baby mamas. Plenty of white and Spanish and Asian women, mainly white women, will definitely be up beside their man in jail. In fact, the biggest pick-meishes and the biggest ones who are dumb for their man and are the biggest ride or dies are white and Spanish women. And don't take offense because I'm white and Spanish. I'm German and Argentine. Most of the time, black women are actually smarter, less codependent, and more likely to leave a man. They're not as weak in the knees for a man as a lot of white and Spanish women are, who are willing to stay and literally never leave through anything. Which I feel is the main reason why black men try to bash black women, because, you know, other races of women are more willing to tolerate a lot of shit and be quote-unquote submissive and a ride or die and never leave and do things that a black woman is too smart and too strong to do. Also, my granddaddy is white, and he has about 5 to 6 baby mamas, and my grandma never married my grandpa, and he also never raised the majority of his kids. He was a deadbeat. White people do the same shit. Like, don't let these black men gaslight you and make you think, oh, well, the white women get married and this. No, these bitches are stupid. They're stupid. White women are just as fucking ratchet and ghetto, and we do all the same shit in white families that y'all do in black families, if not actually worse. Like, I thought when everyone saw the show Shameless, they kind of got an idea of how dysfunctional a lot of white families are, but I guess you guys really didn't get the memo. Like, so black women, you're good. Keep doing you. Stop listening to these fucking podcasts and all the bullshit these black men are portraying of, oh, you have an attitude. Every fucking woman on the planet has an attitude, especially if she's from New York. Every woman has an attitude.
And she puts up the middle finger. Okay, so here's the discussion. This is my take on it. Hey, this was a white woman basically, sharing how toxicity is in every culture. People who are pygmishas, or, you know what I'm saying, these ride or die chicks that'll, bend over backwards, do anything, whoop-de-woo, have dudes in jail, be baby mama, different baby mamas and baby daddies. And she basically is just trying to break down how this attempt to make African American women, black women, feel like these are issues that are specified to them is just not true. Okay. And this is why I'm sharing it, because I like to throw in a mixture of shit. Okay. Again, take this how this resonates. It applies to men, women, yada, yada. At the end of the day, toxicity and crazy shit is existing in all cultures. Now it's a plot. It's like there's this strategy to try to make black women feel inferior, or as if they're super extra toxic in comparison to these other cultures. And as she clearly stated, okay, it's just not true. And she herself is, like she says, she's Caucasian, German, Argentinian, whatever you call it. And she's aware. She talked about her own grandparents and so forth. Like, we just have this conditioning and programming that tries to put cultures on a pedestal. Now, let me add a disclaimer. I'm not here. I don't believe in I'm trying to diffuse things, because I think a lot of this stuff is a strategy just to keep people fighting, right, against one another. But with that being said, it's proving the points or bringing relevant information out to the awareness of humanity that, listen, toxicity, dysfunctionality exist in all breeds, ethnicities, backgrounds, and cultures, period. It's just that one culture may be highlighted more than the other, as where another one could be kind of covert and hidden for whatever reason. A lot's to do with the programmings, okay, and trends and all of that shit. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. Okay. Now, what I also want to say is I don't automatically say that black women are smarter. This is these people's opinions, but I'm not going to say that black women are necessarily better, stronger, or smarter. Okay. Because I myself have watched black women do the things that she's talking about. Okay. I myself have seen black women be in abusive relationships, taking, crazy shit from dudes, having several baby daddies, being a pygmisha, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to just say black women is necessarily better. But she was talking about there were some black men that had things to say about black women having an attitude and woo-de-woo. And basically it's situations where these are the black women who, we're not going to tolerate this shit. So now she's a problem. She's a problem. Okay, she's a problem because she doesn't want to continue to accept and settle for the toxicity. I want to go on the record to say for anybody out there, listen, if you are trying with every ounce of your being to become a decent person and trying to grow up, trying to heal, trying to transform, trying to shake and break the mold, okay, no matter what your culture or your gender or your ethnicity or nationality is, okay, if that's who you are, you deserve healthy relationships, okay? You have a right to co-create healthy connections, right? I just want to say that. But it starts with us. It's going to keep going back to this self-love and making the changes. We can't change people. We can't make everybody that we want to no longer be toxic, no longer be toxic. This is an individual affair. Okay, we can't save the world, if you will, right? But we can certainly save ourselves. And then change the patterns and dynamics within us and what we are manifesting and creating. Yes. Toxicity is toxicity. There is no culture, race, nationality, ethnicity, whatever you want to call it, better than the other. Now, in terms of, I don't want to get esoteric and deep, because we know what we know, right? Some of us are evolved. Some of us are maybe on the stage 1 of evolving. But none of that really matters at the end of the day. You want to be safe. You want to be healthy. You want to co-create things that are going to allow you to continue to have some safety and security, health and well-being. You want relationships that has the foundation to be able to go through the seasons of life and to deal with challenges, change, and transformation, and all of these things relatively healthy. I'm definitely not an advocate of struggle love, victim shaming, or telling people to stay in situations that is a detriment to them. I do believe that we do need to learn how to have stick-it-to-it power, but I think that needs to be balanced with some kind of wisdom in there, because people have stick-it-to-it power for things that are killing them too. Because some would say today's world, everybody's fickle. People have been fickle, but we deserve to live and create and have healthy connections. Not perfect ones, but healthy ones. And gaining some wisdom to determine what's stick-it-to-it power worthy. Because not everything is. Some stuff is killing us and the soul is saying, run. Stick it to it. Run. Get your ass out of there. Okay? Because this here is killing you. So we have to learn how to do that for ourselves. Can't nobody else come tell you, It's something, it's a journey, it's something we discover. And then it's as we're breaking these patterns of realizing like, shit, a lot of this shit that we have been taught directly or indirectly was all designed to disempower us and weaken us and slowly erode at the soul, bitch. It's like, the fuck? Anyway, toxic is as toxic does. It exists in all cultures. It exists with both genders. It exists with all nationalities. It exists with all socioeconomic classes. It exists. It's up to us to learn how to determine it. It's up to us to figure out if we're it. It is. It is. The journey starts within first. It is. I'm sorry. It is. It's us first. Right? And then as we are applying it to ourselves from the inside out, and then evaluating the connections that are around us and that we're in, and then making the appropriate adjustments and changes. I'm rooting for the high vibers out there on the globe, whoever y'all are. Whether you think like me or not, whether you believe like me or not. But if you are a decent person and you're sincerely, and I mean sincerely, trying to heal from whatever your life experience has been, trying to be different, trying to become, okay? Making those changes, doing the tough things. I'm rooting for you, and you deserve healthy relationships. You deserve to know that you're lovable, you're worthy of love, that you're equally deserving as anyone else walking on this planet. To have love, to have respect, to have reciprocity. You're not here, you know, people try to, toxic people, I should say. Toxic narcissists. You're supposed to be just happy for like breadcrumbs and scraps and shit. That's them. That's the projection of the ailment of their condition. You deserve honor and respect, especially if you're walking in it. Right? If you treat folks decent, you should be being treated decent. If you are conscious, aware, and are aware of your behavior and actions and actually care about how that is affecting those that you're closest to, those are the type of people that you deserve in your life as well. Not motherfuckers that think it don't matter. Because for whatever disillusioned reason, they think they're superior. They think they're better than. But isn't that statement in itself a reveal of a person's condition? How people treat people is a reveal. They may not say it because they, they want to appear like they're decent. But their behavior makes it clear. Otherwise, they wouldn't treat certain people shitty, would they, collective? Something to think about. They wouldn't treat certain people shitty, and then people that they think are upper class, or people that they think, there's that cloud chase, and people that they think are upper class, people that they think they can get some benefit off of, now they kissing ass. See, these are the types of people we don't want to be dealing with, collective. We have to act for some type of strength, wherewithal, support, to learn how to walk away from and let go of these types of connections as our soul is edging us to. We say we want love and respect and all these things, then we have to be willing to let go of the things that are not presenting. And I'm not saying it's a cakewalk, but I'm saying you start to feel better. You start to rebuild. You start to heal from all of the erosion that has happened from dealing with people who were careless with you as a person. And one thing I do want to say, we can't clinically diagnose people, and it doesn't even really matter. We need to be able to evaluate people and situations so we can make changes. Nobody is fencing to be dragging people to no doctor and clinician and getting some kind of diagnosis so we can say, hey, I got the stamp. This person is diagnosed clinically insane. So here it goes. Here's my stamp. Here's my stamp of approval to say that I'm right. Here's my stamp to release this person. This does not happen. It's just up to us to know what we're dealing with. Your health and your well-being and that of your children could be at stake. Toxicity is across the board. There is no culture more superior in this arena. People having money and careers and jobs and all of these external things doesn't mean that their family ain't flooded full of fuckery. Could have been overly materialistic. Children are latchkey heads. I'm just saying there's so many things. We just be stuck on this, no, they worked a corporate job for 40 years and they retired and they worked at this hospital and they, bought this home and they've done that, it's like that don't mean shit. They could have been callous, unavailable. We just really need to get a grip. Because guess what? All of these things create some type of issue within the family structure as well. It's not just about people beating on people or drinking and drugging and partying. Some of it, it's the failure to, it's the lack, it's the disconnect. Anyway. So that's the share on the BS. Today was from another woman. Okay, all right, you guys. And once again, I'm going to reiterate something that I said on my last upload where collective people get us into a reactive abuse state and then they're going about trying to prove how unstable you all are. The shit they do in secret and there's some kind of reaction or just their perceptions. So I'm going to share this again. Which person is someone likely to run up on and hit? Which person is someone likely to run up on and hit? Is it person A? They're 6'4", 275 pounds, all muscle. They look like they're a warrior gladiator. Stone face. Dressed like they got their clothes straight out of Urbanite swap meet. Is it person A, or person B? Someone that's 5'11", 160 pounds, no muscle, and dressed like a nerd? Answer that question honestly. If somebody was toxic, aggressive, and abusive, which one, though, are they most likely to run up on? Why am I sharing this? Because I'm still trying to get the collective of humans to understand the name of the game on this earth. Toxic individuals are going to do what they can do because they can. This is what cowards do. They run up on people they perceive to be weak. They think twice about running up on that 6'4", 200 some odd pounds, muscle bound person they may still want to, but I promise you they're thinking twice about just run up on them to hit them. And this is how it is energetically, literally, physically, and spiritually in every way. People perceive softness and quiet and, just kumbaya. People who try to act like they're in that energy all the time, right? People who have a fear of conflict, they perceive all of this as a weakness. And this is a part of why they're quick to run up on you, because they feel you're less likely to whoop their ass. They feel you're less likely to be able to do anything about it. That you're going to run in a corner and start oming. Or that you're going to just lay down and take it. But they ain't going to do it. They're going to want to do it. They may try, but they're going to think twice about doing it to somebody who they know who have full power to take their ass out. When they know someone has access to make them regret running on them. And I feel like on this path, sometimes we have to find our balance here, collective. Y'all know I'm all about the positivities and the love and light and the importance of grounding and centering and not being reactive and not allowing the importance of, being unbothered and unfuckwittable. And y'all know I'm with all of that as a state of life and of being. But I'm also about defense. You can't be on Earth School running around, walking around, acting as if you don't have weirdos that will try to test you. The nature of humanity as we know it, until the human evolves past this way of evolving, has a tendency to push the folder, to try to do as much as they can until they're suffering some severe consequence to such a degree to where it's literally eating away at them. And in some cases, still don't happen for some of these souls. So it's like we tell our kids, we raise our children and we say, hey, you don't raise a hand to somebody unless you're defending yourself, of course, unless you want somebody to hit you. You don't go about hitting people unless you want somebody to knock you across your head. That's not somebody that's crazy. That's not someone that's violent and abusive. That's someone who has the right and is exercising their right. We're not supposed to be walking around all weak. That's a conditioning and programming so we won't own our power, so the motherfuckers that be can continue to exploit and benefit. Some of you all are going to be shocked what you discover about religion at some point of your journey when you're ready. Especially Western religion, especially how do you get people to lay down and take it? How do you get people to turn over their power and to get them afraid of their power and tell them there's something wrong with it? And you tell them they're supposed to just obey people who are hurting them. All right, collective. Hang in there. You deserve love. And you certainly have a right to defend yourself. And don't let none of these motherfuckers make you feel differently. They're only doing that as an attempt to continue to hide the secrets of the fucked up shit that they do to people, to get people's eyes off of them in an attempt to make you look a certain way. So it serves to continue to raise your vibration into the frequency of don't give a fuck, especially when you know you're a decent motherfucker.